A2 Physics, Paper Code 9702, Paper 4. Topic is Oscillations, and today we will cover all the questions from the year 2018. These are 6 questions that we are going to discuss today. Now first question from Paper 4, Variant 1 of May-June 18. A metal plate is made to vibrate vertically by means of an oscillator as shown in the figure 2.1. It is figure 2.1. Here we have a metal plate. This metal plate is vibrating up and down. Some sand is sprinkled on the plate. Here we have sprinkled some sand on this metal plate. The variation with displacement y of the acceleration a of the sand on the plate is shown in the figure 2.2. Here we have figure 2.2. In this figure, in this graph, we have plotted a gradient in between displacement and acceleration. And this gradient, this slope, we got in a straight line. Part A, first part of part A, use figure 2.2 to show how it can be deduced that the sand is undergoing simple harmonic motion. What is condition of simple harmonic motion? In simple harmonic motion, acceleration and displacement are directly proportional to each other and in opposite direction. Or mathematically we can say A is directly proportional to minus x, where x for displacement and a for acceleration. Now if we plot a graph in between two physical quantities that are directly proportional to each other, their graph is a straight line. Now here in this figure we got the gradient in a straight line. So here we can say this y and this a is directly proportional to each other. And here we are looking, this gradient is negative gradient. So here we can say that acceleration and displacement are in opposite direction. Since here the gradient fulfills the condition of simple harmonic motion, so here we can say the sand is undergoing simple harmonic motion. So what we have to write here, straight line gradient through the origin shows acceleration is directly proportional to displacement, and negative gradient indicates both acceleration and displacement are in opposite direction. Next part, calculate the frequency of oscillations of the sand. Acceleration is given as minus omega square x, where x for displacement. Here in our condition, the displacement is given by alphabet y. Here displacement is given by alphabet y, that's why we have taken here y in place of x. So here we can say acceleration is equal to minus omega square y. Now omega is angular frequency and angular frequency is given as 2 pi f. So in place of omega square we can write 2 pi f whole square, and by solving this one we can write acceleration is equal to minus 4 pi square f square y. Now here just we have to substitute the numeric values. Acceleration is 4.5. Here this x-axis represents displacement, y-axis represents acceleration. So here acceleration, maximum acceleration is 4.5. It is 4, it is 5. This line is in between 4 and 5, so this will be 4.5. So acceleration is 4.5. 4 pi square. This f, this frequency we have to find out. Now what is value of y when acceleration is 4.5? When acceleration is 4.5, value of displacement, value of y is, it is 8 millimeter. But here we have to consider the displacement in meter. That's why we have to multiply this 8 by 10 power minus 3. And here why we have taken minus? Why we have taken negative sign? Here the displacement is in negative axis. Here it is positive axis. It is negative axis. It is minus 8 millimeter. So here we have to take minus 8 millimeter, and in meters it will be minus 8 into 10 power minus 3 meters. Now by solving this one, we will get F square is equal to 14.24, and by taking square roots on both the sides, we will get frequency is equal to 3.8 Hz. So frequency is 3.8 Hz. Part B. The amplitude of oscillation of the plate is gradually increased beyond 8 mm. The frequency is constant. At one amplitude, the sand is seen to lose contact with the plate. For the plate, when the sand first loses the contact with the plate, state the position of the plate. The sand will lose the contact when the metal plate is at maximum height, when the displacement is at its peak position from its mean or from its equilibrium position. So here just we have to write maximum displacement above mean or from equilibrium position. Next part 2, calculate the amplitude of oscillation. Now acceleration is given as minus omega square into displacement. Displacement is represented by y, that's why we have taken A is equal to minus omega square y naught. This y naught means maximum displacement, maximum amplitude. Now at the maximum amplitude, it is discussed in the previous part that at maximum amplitude the sand will lose the plate. When the sand will lose the plate, at this instant the acceleration of the sand will be equal to acceleration of free fall, and acceleration of free fall is given as 9.81 meter per second square. Now here just we have to substitute the numeric values. Here acceleration is 9.81, that is equal to free fall. Frequency F we have calculated in the previous part, it is 3.8. This y naught, this amplitude we have to find out. So here by substituting and by solving we will get the answer. Y naught is equal to 0.0172 meters. So here amplitude is 0.0172 meters. But here answer we have to give in millimeter. That's why we have to convert this meter in millimeter. To convert in millimeter, we have to multiply this one by 1000. When we will multiply 0.0172 by 1000, we will get 17.2 millimeter. So in millimeter, the amplitude is 17. Now next question. Next question is paper 4 variant 2, May June 18. It is question number 4 in the paper, part A. State two conditions necessary for a mass to be undergoing simple harmonic motion. Condition for simple harmonic motion is acceleration is directly proportional to displacement, and second condition, this acceleration should be directed towards the mean position, or in other words we can say this acceleration and displacement should be in opposite direction. Part B. A trolley of mass 950 gram is held on a horizontal surface by means of two springs attached to the fixed point P and Q as shown in figure 4.1. The springs, each having a spring constant K is equal to 230 Newton per meter, are always extended. The trolley is displaced along the line of the springs and then released. The variation with time t of the displacement s of the trolley is shown in figure 4.2. It is figure 4.2. Part 1. State and explain whether the oscillations of the trolley are heavily damped, critically damped, or lightly damped. In case of damping, the amplitude of the wave decreases. Here we are looking, the amplitude is more, here amplitude is less. So here we can say we have damping. Now if there is slight change in the amplitude, it is called light damping. And if there is a big decrease in the amplitude, then it will be heavy damping. We have slight decrease in amplitude, so here we can say we have light damping. Next part, suggest the cause of the damping. Damping is because of loss of energy. This loss of energy is due to frictional forces between the wheel and the surface or because of air resistance. Here in the trolley, we have wheel. These wheels are on the floor. Because of the friction in between the wheels and the floor, there will be damping, or the air present in the surrounding of the trolley may also cause damping. Okay, next part. The acceleration A of the trolley of mass m may be assumed to be given by the expression A is equal to minus 2k over m into s. Calculate the angular frequency omega of the oscillations of the trolley. Here acceleration is given as minus 2k over m into s, and we have studied one more relation for acceleration. Acceleration is equal to minus omega square x. Now by comparing both the equations, we can write omega square is equal to 2k over m. Now here value of k and value of m both are given. K is given here. K is given 230 and mass is also given. Mass is given 950 gram. But this mass we have to consider in kilogram, so we have to divide this 950 by 1000. When we will divide 950 by 1000, we will get 0.95 kilogram. So value of mass in kilogram is 0.95 kilogram and value of K is 230 Newton per meter. So here value of K is 230 and value of M is 0.95. By solving this one, we will get omega square is equal to 484. Now by taking square roots on both the sides, we will get angular velocity omega is equal to 22 radian per second. Next part, determine the value of T1 shown on figure 4.2. It is T1. Now at T1, how many waves we have completed? Here it is start of the wave. It is one wave completed. Now here up to T1, how many waves completed? 1.5. So here we can say at time T1, time period is 1.5. What is time period? Time period is time taken to complete one wave. So here starting from this point up to this point, it is equal to 1t. Then again from this point to this point, it is half t. So here we can say time period will be 1.5 t. So at time t is equal to t1, time period is 1.5 t. Now how we can get the value of time period? Time period is given as 2 pi over omega. Omega we have calculated in the previous part. So by substituting the value of omega, we will get the value of time period. Time period will be equal to 0.285. Now as discussed, T1 is equal to 1.5t. So in place of this time period, in place of this capital T, we can substitute 0.285. And by solving this one, we will get the answer 0.43 second. So here we can say the time T1 is equal to 0.43 second. Okay, it is end of question. Next question. Next question is from paper 4 variant 3. This question is same as in paper 4 variant 1 of May June 18. This question already we have discussed. Now next question is from paper 4 variant 1 October November 18. In the paper it is question number 3. A U-tube contains liquid as shown in figure 3.1. It is figure 3.1. The total length of the column of liquid in the tube is L. Total length of the column of the liquid is L. The column of liquid is displaced so that the change in height of the liquid in each arm of the U tube is x. Now the length of the column is changed, and here the difference is given by alphabet x. That is shown in figure 3.2. It is figure 3.2. The liquid in the U tube then oscillates with simple harmonic motion such that the acceleration A of the column is given by the expression A is equal to minus 2g over L into x, where g is acceleration of free fall. Calculate the time period t of oscillation of the liquid column for a column length L is equal to 19 cm. Here we have to find out the value of time period. To calculate the time period, the equation is given A is equal to minus 2g over L into x. And we have studied one more equation to calculate acceleration, that is given as A is equal to minus omega square x. Now here we will compare these two equations, and by comparing we will get omega square is equal to 2g over L. Now here g is acceleration of free fall. This L is length of the column. Now length of the column is given here 19 cm. But this length we have to consider in meter. So we have to divide this 1 by 100. When we will divide 19 by 100, we will get 0.19 meter. So in meter, value of L is 0.19. Now G is 9.81, L is 0.19. By solving this one, we will get omega square is equal to 103.2, and by taking square root on both the sides, we will get angular frequency omega is equal to 10.1 radian per second. Now the relation in between time period and omega is T is equal to 2 pi over omega. Omega we have calculated 10.1. Here we have to find out the value of T. So T will be equal to 2 pi over omega. Omega is 10.1. So by solving this one, we will get 0.62 seconds. So time period is 0.62 seconds. Part B. The variation with time t of the displacement x is shown in figure 3.3. It is figure 3.3. On the x-axis we have time, on the y-axis we have displacement. The period of oscillation of the liquid column of mass 18 gram is T. The oscillations are damped. Suggest the cause of damping. Here we are looking, the amplitude is decreasing. Since the amplitude is decreasing, so here we can say we have damping. And what is the cause of the damping? Here the liquid column is moving up and down. When the liquid column is moving up and down, the molecules of the liquid are in contact with the wall of the container, with the wall of the tube. And when the molecules are in contact with the wall of the tube, there will be friction in between the molecules of the liquid and wall of the container. So here one of the cause of the damping is friction in between the molecules of the liquid and wall of the container. So here we can say because of friction in between wall of the tube and the liquid inside the tube. Next part, calculate the loss in total energy of the oscillation during the first 2.5 period of the oscillations. Here we have to find out the loss in total energy. Means here we have to find out the change in energy. Now for the change in kinetic energy or for the change in energy, we have studied a formula half m omega square x naught square minus x square, where m for mass, omega for angular frequency, x naught for maximum amplitude. This x we can say it is the final amplitude. Mass is given 18 gram. So here this mass we have to convert in kilogram. To convert in kilogram we have to multiply this 18 by 10 power minus 3. So value of m is 18 into 10 power minus 3. Omega, angular frequency, we have calculated in the previous part. Angular frequency we have calculated here, it is 10.1. So here value of omega is 10.1. Now what about the value of x naught and x? X naught is the maximum amplitude. Maximum amplitude is 2 centimeter. Since it is in centimeter, so in meter it will be 2 multiplied by 10 power minus 2. And what is value of S? Here we have to find out the loss in energy after 2.5 periods. Now here 2.5 period means it is starting of the wave. Starting from this point up to this point it is one wave, so it is up to 1t. Then here we have 2t. Then starting from this point up to this point it will be half t. So here this point will be 2.5 or we can say 2.5t. At time t is equal to 2.5t, what is the amplitude? Here the amplitude is equal to 0.95. It is 0, it is 1. Here 1 square represent 0.1. So here we can say up to this point it will be 0.9. It is 1. This line is in between in these 2 points. So it will be approximately equal to 0.95 centimeter. Now again this 0.95 centimeter we have to convert in meter. So to convert in meter we have to multiply this one by 10 power minus 2. So here value of x naught is 2 into 10 power minus 2. Here in the formula it is square, that's why you have taken square. Value of x is 0.95 centimeter. In meters it will be 0.95 into 10 power minus 2. Here it is square, so we have taken square here. Now by solving this one, we will get the answer 2.9 into 10 power minus 4 joules. So loss in energy is 2.9 into 10 power minus 4 joules. Next question, it is paper 4 variant 2 October November 18. A U-tube contains liquid as shown in figure 4.1. The total length of the liquid column is L. The column of the liquid is displaced so that the change in height of the liquid level from the equilibrium position in each arm of U-tube is x as shown in figure 4.2. The liquid in the U-tube then oscillates such that its acceleration a is given by the expression a is equal to minus 2g over L into x, where g is the acceleration of free fall. Show that the liquid column undergoes simple harmonic motion. What is condition of simple harmonic motion? Acceleration and displacement are directly proportional to each other and are in opposite direction. Mathematically, we can say A is proportional to minus x, or we can say A is equal to minus kx, where this k is constant of proportionality. Here the equation is given A is equal to minus 2g over L into x. A is equal to minus 2g over L into x. Here this g is for acceleration of free fall. Acceleration of free fall is constant and its value is 9.81. Now here this L is length of liquid column. Length of liquid column is also constant here. So here we can say this G is constant, this L is constant, this 2 is constant. So in place of 2G over L, we can write K. So this equation will become A is equal to minus Kx. Here all these values are constant. So in place of 2G over L, we can write K. So this equation will become A is equal to minus Kx. And A is equal to minus Kx is condition of simple harmonic motion. So here we can say it will execute simple harmonic motion. Part B. The variation with time t of the displacement s is shown in figure 4.3. it is figure 4.3. Use data from figure 4.3 to determine the length L of the liquid column. In the previous part, we have given an equation A is equal to minus 2G over L into X. And we have also studied a relation A is equal to minus omega square X. By comparing both equations, we will get omega square is equal to 2G over L. Here we have to find out the value of length, value of L. So here we have to make L our subject. When we will make L our subject, we will get L is equal to 2G over omega square. Where this omega is for angular frequency and this G is acceleration of free fall. Acceleration of free fall, we know it is 9.81, but here first thing we have to find out the value of this omega, we have to find out the value of angular frequency. We have studied a relation in between angular frequency and time period. That time period is given as 2 pi over omega, or also we can write omega is equal to 2 pi over t. What is t? T is the time period. Now value of time period we can calculate from this graph. It is start of the wave. Now here it is end of the first wave. Up to this end of the first wave, what is the time? Time is 0.5. So here we can say time period is 0.5 second. So here time period is 0.5 second. By solving this one, we will get 12.56. So value of angular frequency is 12.56. This value of omega we have to substitute in our main equation. So here L will be equal to 2 multiplied by 9.81 divided by 12.56 whole square. And by solving this one, we will get the answer. Length is equal to 0.12 meters. Part C. The oscillations shown in figure 4.3 are damped, suggests one cause of damping. Cause of damping, as discussed in the previous question, that here the damping is because of the frictional force in between the molecules of the liquid and wall of the tube. So here we have to write because of friction in between wall of the tube and the liquid inside the tube. Next part, calculate the ratio total energy of oscillations after 1.5 complete oscillations divided by total initial energy of oscillation. Energy is given as half m omega square x square. So here after 1.5 second, what will be the energy? Half m omega square x square divided by total initial energy. Total initial energy means it will be half m omega square x naught square. Why we have taken x naught square here? X naught means maximum amplitude. In the initial, in the start, we have maximum amplitude. In the start, we have maximum amplitude. That's why we have taken this amplitude as x naught. So here the equation will become half m omega square x naught square. Now here half m omega square in numerator and also in denominator it will be cancelled out and we will get x square over x naught square. Now x square is the amplitude after 1.5 oscillations and this x naught is the amplitude in the start of the oscillation. Now value of x after 1.5 complete oscillation. It is 1 complete oscillation. Now up to this point it is 1.5 oscillation, or we can say 1.5 oscillations. At 1.5 oscillation, what is the amplitude? It is 1, it is 2. In between 1 and 2 we have 10 squares. So 1 square will represent 0.1. So at this point it will be 1.3. It is 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. So here we can say value of x is 1.3. And what is value of x naught? X naught means initial amplitude. Initial amplitude is 2. So here value of x is 1.3 and value of x naught is 2. Value of x is 1.3 and value of x naught is 2. Here in the formula we have square, that's why we have taken 1.3 square over 2 square. And by solving this one we will get the answer 0.42. Since here it is ratio of two quantities, so here we will not have any unit, it will be without any unit, just we have to write the numeric value 0.42. Okay, it is end of the question. Next question is from paper 4 variant 3 October November 18. This question is same as in paper 4 variant 1 October November 18. This question we have already solved. Now it is the last question. Okay, we have completed all the questions from the year 2018 of the topic oscillations. Thank you very much.